What's up YouTube, it's Drew, and today I'm bringing you a deck profile of the Gadget build that I played in the Garden City, Michigan Regionals this weekend. Had a great time. Shout out to my buddy Dan Smith for getting his invite with Monarchs. I want to apologize for not having much content up lately. Work has been keeping me really busy, and honestly, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is kind of boring. There's only so many times you can see Normal Summon, Skull, Crobat, Joker before you lose your mind. I know some of you guys can relate to that. But in good news, we have recently passed 100 subscribers, and I think that is awesome. So I didn't think we would really get that far. I don't know what was going to happen, and I kind of just made this YouTube just to do gadget things, and it's taken off, and it's kind of exciting. I know 100 subscribers really isn't that much, like in hindsight, but I'm still pretty pumped about it. Makes me feel good. So we got to celebrate. I have here one Hobby League of each gadget, and you can win this set. You can either subscribe to my YouTube. If you're already subscribed, awesome, but if not, subscribe and leave your comment below about your favorite gadget variant of all time, whether it's Oppression Gadget, Ultimate Offering Gadget. Just leave it down below. Tell me which one was your favorite and why, and I'll do a random drawing sometime within the week and let the person know if they won. So keep your inbox open. Let's get started with this deck profile. I went 6-3. I finished 67th out of the 381 players that were there. So once again, just staring on the outside of the bubble, looking in. Just I don't know. I just need that extra push to get into the invite sometime. So round 1, I beat Pendulum Magicians. Round 2, I lost to Pepe. If my Pepe opponent is watching this, dude, you were hilarious. Like, it was a very fun game. Round 3, I lost to Cosmo. Round 4, I beat Fire Fist. Round 5, I beat DDD. Round 6, I beat Monarchs. Round 7, I beat Monarchs. Round 8, I lost to Burning Abyss. And round 9, I beat Pepe. So, not terrible. Kind of random with the Fire Fist and the DDDs, but it was a good day. Let's take a look. I played kind of standard, 2 green, 2 red, 2 yellow. 6 gadgets seems to be the best theme amongst everybody, so I didn't brick too hard with it. There was once in a while where I had 2 gadgets in hand, but I'd rather have 2 gadgets than no gadgets. So 6 is good. 6 is very good. I played 2 tin goldfish. Obviously, kind of go for the goldfish play. Summon goldfish, summon gadget, recruit gadget, go into Gear Gan X and recruit the other gadget. Just very consistent, very good. I played 2 Kage to Kage. And I know this card is very debatable about whether to play or not in the gadget community. And I think it's really good. There's times where he was useless, but he wasn't really bad for me. Push comes to shove, he can be like discard fodder for Twin Twisters or something. But there's a lot of times where I left monsters that were not all machines on the board. So I just decided to add King of the Pharalims and Kage to Kage to get a little extra advantage out of the deck. So 2 Kages. 1's not enough and 3 is way too many. Next, 3 Heroic Challenger Assault Halberd, aka Mr. Purple Gadget. This guy is so good. Just so many quality effects in one monster. Being able to special summon itself, piercing damage, and search himself off of the piercing. And he's 1800. Like, the card is just so good. I recommend it to anybody who's playing gadgets. The card's amazing. Next, I played 2 Yugioh. This guy is actually really good. He won me the match against Pendulum Magicians. We were in turns, and turn 5 I was down 600 life points. I just go straight to battle phase and summon this guy, gain 1,000, and ended turn. And he didn't realize it, and then once it clicked, it was GG, no re. So, love Yugioh. He can also be really good for making pushes. Like, I attributed him for a Gagaga Samurai to attack twice, and he had an extra 1,000 attack, and so I did, what was it, 58 damage. That was pretty good. Last 2 monsters, 2 Traptrix Myrmelio. I know Traptrix Wrath is still floating around, but I liked Myrmelio in case like Monarchs had their domain up and I couldn't get into Wrath or something like that, or like she was just really good at going and grabbing whatever I needed. Deck thinning, having extra back row, so I still think Brown Gadget's totally worth it, even if you are playing Traptrix Wrath. I can't say her name right, so someone tell me how to say that name. Leave it down that. Let's go on to the spells. I played 2 Twin Twisters. I had a really tough time with this card because this deck did gain advantage, but it was very tough to play. Like, there were so many times where I just had such a hard time choosing what I wanted to drop for it, and it almost wasn't even worth it most of the time. So this card was very frustrating. I played 2 Dark Holes and 1 Raigeki. Just kind of non-targeting board wipe was pretty good, especially in the Monarch match. And surprisingly in the DDD match, because I had one of my techs up when I blew up the field. So this card's pretty good. All 3 of those are good. Last spell card is Dimensional Fissure. I decided to go with the removal variant again, and I didn't really like it. It was kind of frustrating, especially since I lost against the Burning Abyss. The guy went into the level 3 super quantal blue layer thing and just popped my D-Fissure and other stuff. It was kind of frustrating, but whatever. Retrospect, I wish I would have played the instant fusions. I didn't play them. I thought they were going to be useless if a player put up a Monarch and a Domain. So I opted out not playing it, but big regret right there. I want to play instant fusion again. On to the traps. I played 3 Solemn Strike. Card is so good. It's 1500, negate a monster, or just negate special summon, especially pendulum summon. This guy went pen 4 on me, and or pen 5, and I just striked it away. So it's such a good card. Next, I played 3 Quaking Mirror Force. If you don't know what this card does, it turns all face-up attack position monsters to defense mode if your opponent declares an attack. And those monsters that were changed can't change their battle positions. So Monarchs, Cosmo, this would have been good in theory against Burning Abyss. I didn't see it in that match, so oh well, whatever. It put a lot of things in defense mode that Halberd could run over. Like, even Monarchs, like Halberd ran over it. Even Gadgets were able to run over the Monarchs and let me get into my extra deck and stuff like that. So Quaking actually is going for like $6 or $7 right now. I would pick it up just to even test with it. I really liked using it. These next cards were kind of like my little personal tech that I wanted to try. I used 3 Memory Loss. If you don't know what this card does, if an attack position monster your opponent controls activates its effect, you can negate the effect and put the monster in defense mode. So like Monarchs was the big one, Cosmo was big. I got it on a Dante, even though he's still like milled for cost and stuff. But this card was actually really good at forcing things into defense mode and just giving me time to make plays to try and come back at him. So one of the best things about Memory Loss is that it doesn't target either. So I mean, like, I know some of the Cosmo ships can't be targeted, so I liked Memory Loss. It was really, really good. Next, I played 1 Time Space Trap Hole, 1 Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, and 1 Bottomless Trap Hole. These cards are really, really good. Searchable via Murmelio, dumpable via Wrath. So I think 1/1/1's the best. I know some people are trying like Void Trap Holes and stuff like that, but I don't know. I think 1/1/1 is kind of your best variant. I played Torrential Tribute, kind of just blow up the board, all that good stuff. Greedy players. I played Solemn Warning, because it's Solemn Warning. You can do whatever you need it to. I played 1 Vanity's Emptiness, because it's Vanity's Emptiness. I've been having a lot of problems with my timing lately, just like overthinking when to play this card. So I'm going to have to work on that, but this is overall just an amazing card. So there's a reason it's at 1. The last 2 cards was Macro and Soul Drain. That was my other graveyard techs. Like I said, didn't really enjoy it too much because of even that Burning Abyss just really just made the Quantal thing and just destroyed these. So it was kind of frustrating. I replaced, kind of like, I went over the deck and kind of replaced that stuff with like instant fusions and stuff like that. So, yeah, oh well, what do you do? Alright, so let's take a look at the extra deck now. Pretty plain, pretty standard. I played Rebellion Dragon, Ragna Zero, Gear Gigant X, King of the Feral Imps, I played a Photon Papal Operative because a lot of the stuff I put in defense mode, I could just summon her and turn him and just poke for damage and stuff like that. She actually did pretty well, so I'm debating on keeping her or not. I'm not sure. Played the 101, played the Castell, played the Heartland Draco. This won me 1 or 2 games in the tournament, so this really does just steal games from people's hands. I played Yugioh Samurai. Him with Yugioh can be like 58 damage. He's pretty good. I played Augusto Emerald. I played an Abyss Dweller. Kind of want to put Dweller to 2 this format. I played the one Gadget Cowboy. Trap Trick Rafflesia. Diamond Crab King. This guy's pretty good against Cosmo. You can just put him up in defense mode. And unless they have the Dank Destroyer, there's not much they can realistically do about it. So, I like Diamond Crab King. And the last card, Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. I sided Cyber Dragon cards, so in the Cosmo matchup. Unfortunately, the guy that was playing it had the Solemn Warning and had the Cosmojo when I tried to summon the Drays on him. But, oh well, what do you do there? Alright, the side deck. This is important too, of course. I played 3 Mask of Restrict. This card was pretty much auto win against Monarchs, and actually I never saw it in my matchups. I was pretty amazed. I never saw this card against my Monarch games, but I still won both matches. It really is. If they don't have, it's either Twin Twisters or bust with this card. They better have the out, and if they don't, they really can't do anything about it. Next, I played 3 Imperial Iron Wall. Obviously, Cosmo, Monarchs, stuff like that. It was a good side card. It's really, there's a lot of other things too, but mainly Cosmo and Monarchs. Next, I played 3 Anti-Spell Fragrances. If you don't know, this card just completely locks out Pendulum decks out of the game. They can't really do anything at all. So I played 3 just to try and get as much consistency as possible. So yeah, this card's really good. Force things face down. I played 2 Grand Horde of Heavens. Just if they went ham on like a Pendulum Summon, I had a little more production out of it, and especially being a counter trap, just being able to knock out their entire row. I think I used this once on the Pepe player in the 9th round, so I might have forgot, but Grand Horn's good. I played 2 Spell Shattering Arrows. Honestly, this card was really good. It's a card I actually really want to talk about. In any of my Pepe or my Monarch matchups, I took out the Twin Twisters for this card because I found myself hitting the same things I would have hit with Twin Twisters as this. If it was Monarchs, I was hitting the Domain and the Returns and the Marches. And if I was playing against Pepe, I would just smash open the scales. So, to be kind of honest, I'm thinking about main decking Spell Shattering Arrow, but probably a bad idea. But might give it a shot. I don't know. This card was just really good, especially putting residual damage, because I was hitting at least 2, maybe 3 cards at a time. I think I hit one of the Monarch guys for 1,500 damage. I blew up 3 of his spells at once. This card was very interesting. I'm going to test main decking them and see how it goes. As long as Monarchs and Pepe and stuff like that are still alive, I think Spell Shattering Arrow is definitely a viable choice. And the last 2 side deck cards were 2 Cyber Dragon Dray. This is obviously for the Chimera Tech if you're going against Cosmo and stuff like that. Just kind of hit into a big ship, or just summon it and turn it into a Chimera Tech. Kind of sucks because the Cosmo guy I played today, or Cosmo guy I played, I just summoned him, and he had the warning for the first one. I brought out the second one, and he had the Cosmojo for it, so didn't really get to use it, but oh well, what do you do? Sorry about that, guys. My video decided it wanted to turn off, so that's kind of the end of the video. If you have any comments or questions or anything, please feel free to leave them below. Like I said, I'll try and keep up with my content lately, and don't forget to subscribe and get yourself in the contest for the Hobby League gadgets. So I want to give them away, so keep commenting on all that good stuff. And That's about it. Until next time, I will see you later.